Welcome to La Mia Italy, a series of short videos about Italy by a Brit with Italian blood who's lived in Britain and Italy and loves them both. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon and sometimes richest man in the world, sits in an Umbrian hilltop village along with other famous names from Silicon Valley to listen to a simple farmer's son and now billionaire owner of listed company Brunello Cucinelli, a man who says technology has stolen our souls. What is so special about Cucinelli is that he asks a question many companies and people don't ask. Not what or how, but why. What is the point of what we are doing? It's all wrapped up in his concept of humanistic capitalism. Cucinelli's original idea was dyeing cashmere and making high quality and richly coloured clothes. His products became popular with the rich, including in Silicon Valley, and ironically his company provided many of the black sweaters worn by Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg's grey t-shirts. Wags were not slow to point out that they were probably the only people who could afford the prices. What's interesting about Cucinelli is his ethical approach. His company's working practices appear to be excellent as well as sustainable, or as Cucinelli prefers to say, in harmony with the surroundings. For instance, he asked Jeff Bezos what would he, as the richest man in the world now, have to show in 500 years' time, and invited him to compare his legacy with that of Leonardo da Vinci. Apparently Bezos' answer was that he wanted to put humankind back into space. For the moment, Cucinelli can point to his charitable donations, his restoration of the hilltop village of Solomeo in Umbria, his focus on the local, most of his products are made in Tuscany and Umbria, and his scepticism about globalisation. He recently said that his 97-year-old father told him that he didn't care where he came in the Forbes rich list, just whether or not he was a good person. However, and there's always a however, Cucinelli faces the same challenge as many Italian family businesses, which is the handover to future generations. Italy's family-run enterprises are the backbone of the Italian economy in a way which they aren't in other countries. The Ferrero, Lavazza, De Cecco and Agnelli families, to name a few, have largely kept control of their companies in a way which the Sainsbury's and Cadbury's didn't in the UK. But many in the end do sell out to outside investors, who are arguably better able to run the companies than disinterested family generations. But they do change the soul of the original company. What happened to the do no evil mantra of Google's founders? Brunello Cucinelli is publicly listed on the Milan Stock Exchange, but it still remains under the leadership of its inspirational founder. But even he has acknowledged the pressures of a quarterly trading update, his acceptance of a lower margin than competitors, and his company's objective of doubling sales over the next 10 years. And it'll be interesting to see how these competing tensions play out over the next few years. I've deliberately left my own views to the end on this one. I like Cucinelli and his emphasis on dignity, living in harmony with the world and his interest in philosophy and history. It's refreshing to hear a business leader refer to St. Francis of Assisi, and I'm confident his company has not done evil and is a force for good. But what I don't think is sustainable is doing all this in a way which is only accessible to the very wealthy, but leaves everyone else out. Maybe the positive aspects will trickle down, but I don't entirely buy it, especially at those prices. I hope you found the video interesting. I'll be doing more along similar lines, so please feel free to subscribe. In the meantime, in bocca al lupo, and I'll see you soon.